You can use my straw. I don't have cooties.
But you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my
But you
kitchen.
can walk into a movie theater in Amsterdam and buy a beer. And I don't mean just like no paper cup. I'm talking about a glass of beer.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What now?
What now? Let me tell you what now.
I'm here to help. If my help's not appreciated, lots of luck, gentlemen.
Hello toy collectors and YouTubers, this is Film School 93 with another Authentic Legends and Collectibles toy review, and today's toys we'll be reviewing a flashback look at Super7 Funko's Pulp Fiction ReAction action figures, which was released several years ago that I've had in my collection for quite some time, but never got around to doing a toy review on them until today. But before we get started on the toy review, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that bell so you get notifications for future toy reviews. Okay, first I want to express a warm welcome to all of our new subscribers. We've had a bunch of subscribers over the last month or so, getting us to 1,200 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. We are all well on our way to hitting 1,500 subscribers, and I tell you what, if we hit 1,500 subscribers by April of this year, then I will do a face reveal video. That's right, as some of our viewers know, we have never done that before here on our channel, and I'm sure you would like to see the face behind the voice of Film School 93. So make sure you get others to subscribe to our channel to make that happen. So here we are with the Pulp Fiction action figures, and I don't have all of them. And okay, this is not all of them. Actually, there's one missing, and the one that's missing from this collection, the one that I didn't get, was the Gimp. Yes, they even made a Gimp action figure, if you remember that scene from Pulp Fiction. And I decided that was something I just didn't want in my collection. That was a weird scene in the movie, okay? I mean, I could go off on my opinion all day about that scene, but that was just something I didn't want in that action figure. But I tell you what, I would have liked to have, if they would have had like Zed or the pawn shop owner that with this, then I might have thought about getting the Gimp. Now, there's two versions. The one here on the left is the one that came on the cart, and the other one was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive where he came in a box as well. So that's kind of funny, but there you go. All right. So we're going to start off with Mr. Wolf, actor Harvey Keitel here, and he looks pretty good. A little sharp in that suit there. The details really good here on this sculpt of this action figure from Super7 and Funko back in the day, which I say back in the day be like last decade. But this is all the detail here. This is what he looks like, and his accessory. His accessory is this coffee cup. You remember that scene from the movie where he's also drinking a cup of Jimmy's gourmet coffee. So there you go, Mr. Wolf, all ready to give orders. Here is the director, writer of the show himself, Quentin Tarantino, as Jimmy in his morning robe. You know, there he is. Jules and Vincent show up with that dead body in the car, and of course, I don't know if you have seen the movie. I may be spoiling it all for you, but I mean, that movie's been out forever. Of course, there's 5-part articulation. These figures are supposed to look like vintage, retro, late 1970s, early 1980s Kenner Star Wars action figure type. If you can see, that will be one type of design there on the robe there. But his accessory as well is a coffee cup as well. And that goes in his hand. If I can get in his hand here, which hand do I? Oh yeah, this is the hand that holds his coffee cup. Duh. So this is the one that he would drink from. And there he is, drinking his gourmet coffee, telling off Jules and Vincent Vega for the dead body in his yard. All right, dead body in his yard. That's not me. Anyways, here is Bruce Willis, all beat up with blood on his shirt, on his nose from that scene in the car. He gets wrecked. Or runs into what's it? Ving Rhames' character, Marcellus Wallace. But the details are good. If you look here, the watch, you can't forget the watch. It's on his wrist. That's funny. I like this figure. I would like to have had a variant where he didn't have the blood on him as well. But I mean, this is what we got when this first came out. So there you go. Of course, like I said, 5-point articulation on all of these action figures, looking vintage like Star Wars. And his weapon is the katana that he grabbed from the pawn shop to use as his weapon of choice in defense of helping him and Marcellus get out of that pawn shop where the guys were doing the deed there in the basement with the gimp. So there you go. There is Butch. Here is Marcellus Wallace, Ving Rhames. Look at that. A little bit dark on the tone there, but other than that, the detail looks pretty good for what it's worth. And even they got an earring in his ear. I mean, come on. And the Band-Aid. They got the Band-Aid on the back of his head. I love it. Of course, you're looking sharp on this the suit and everything ready to go. This is the suit he wore when Butch goes and runs into him and knocks him down on the street. But this is cool, and he has an accessory. He would not be a gangsta thug without his handheld gun, and which he does have in the movie. And he goes and starts shooting at Butch after he gets run over and gets back up and tries to shoot him. And of course, everybody's just down for the count in that scene. But it looks absolutely amazing. Once again, 5-point articulation action figure. Here is Mia Wallace, Marcellus Wallace's wife, the lovely Uma Thurman action figure. Oops, I about dropped it there. But there she is. No shoes on this one. Just kind of the scene where she's dancing on the stage. Real casual look. I would like to have had a variant where she would have come with like a little baggie of heroin and maybe had some stuff coming out of her nose. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay. She doesn't come with any accessories at all. This is exactly how Mia comes in this figure. All right, my man, here he is. Jules, played by Samuel L. Jackson. And man, he stole the show, in my opinion, with his character. That was just absolutely crazy. The acting, the lines. I mean, it's unforgettable, that scene with Samuel L. Jackson. And the detail in this figure looks absolutely amazing, as usual. I can't get over how sharp this looks. He also comes with a handheld accessory, handgun and put in his hand, so him and Vincent Vega can pop a cap and a couple of guys owe some money to Marcellus Wallace. But yeah, the sculpt looks good on this. I think the skin tone's a little dark though. All right, here is John Travolta, Mr. Staying Alive himself, Vincent Vega. Looking good. Like the sculpt on this. Once again, the detail they didn't miss for back in the time when this first figure was first released by Super7 and Funko. Like I said, great look of Vincent Vega. 5-point articulation, once again, on all these figures, looking like vintage Kenner from the late 1970s, early 1980s Star Wars action figures. But if you notice right here, some paint was missing on this part, so that's part of his hair skin tone, but that's okay. Other than that, here he is, Vincent Vega, and of course, he has to have an accessory too, his handheld gun. Bang, bang, we're gonna shoot you dead. There you go. I like that. Looks awesome. Great figure. Love these figures so much. Vincent Vega and Jules were my favorite in this movie, so I think this was just absolutely cool that they brought these figures to life. Here they are, all the Pulp Fiction action figures from the movie, looking absolutely cool, looking sharp. You got them all, so if you're into Bruce Willis, Uma Thurman, Ving Rhames, John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, all of these guys and their characters, or if you're into Pulp Fiction, then go on to eBay. I'm sure somewhere on eBay they still have these, or somewhere online there's a store, I'm sure, like Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store, that might have these figures still available by Pulp Fiction, because these are something that one should have in their collection, especially if they collect 3.75 action figures. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button below, and please subscribe to our channel.